Welcome to Garage Banter, where today we're going to be reviewing.
Can you talk a little slow?
Ooh, nope. Garage Banter.
Okay.
We're going to be reviewing Spotlight.
Spotlight.
You could say the dog in the race with the Revenant. It's up between these two, maybe, probably. That's what people were saying.
I just thought of something.
What?
Man, which would actually be really funny for this was Spotlight. Quick story.
Oh.
Quick story.
All right.
It's real quick. Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
It was a Wednesday.
I think it was a Wednesday. No. Man, which had his first vehicle, driving around. This guy thought it'd be funny to buy a giant flashlight.
Oh, God.
And just go around, like we went to the local park here and just drive around, and if there were some people that looked like they were being foolish, he'd just come up on them and spotlight them.
It's kind of
yell out spotlight.
It's kind of illegal.
It just hit me. Huh?
It seems like that's illegal.
It probably is, but oh well. I'm
Sounds like it sounds like something Manwich would do.
Who?
Manwich?
Manwich, okay.
Yeah, it sounds like something Manwich would do.
Okay, thank goodness.
All right. So back to the Spotlight review.
All right, let's do this.
We're going to give you our thoughts on Spotlight. Directed and co-written by Tom McCarthy.
Who's that?
The director of this movie, Tom McCarthy.
Never heard of him.
He co-wrote it with Josh Singer. So, and
I'm lost.
I mean, started off, this movie was, I went to the movie like, man, this movie could be so boring. Is it just going to tell me about some political mumbo-jumbo, blah, 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 and obviously a scandal. And I'm thinking, man, it's about some reporters who want to uncover a scandal. How good could this movie be?
By the way, I knew nothing about the movie except for the title, and it was up for Best Picture until one day he was just like, hey, man, let's go see some of these movies that are on the Best Picture. I was like, sure, why not? So we decided to go to our local theater and see it. And
Speaking of that, it was pretty good. Oh, it surprised the shit out of me.
Yeah.
How good it was. You would think that in this type of movie that it would be hard to keep a good pace and not throw you with a bunch of stuff that you're just like feel bombarded by a bunch of information that you're like, I don't know how to process all this, but they do a good job of keeping you on the rails, and it really, really well.
It's always good to stay on the rails.
Yeah, it's always good to stay on the rails. No derailing. There was actually no derailment in this film.
Inside joke.
Yeah, little one.
Anyway, I honestly I thought I might sleep through it when he told me what it was about, but then I started watching it, and it opens up like your mind to just the sickening of what happens in that system. Not saying all of it, at all. I'm just saying what
they were able to get away with.
It's
kind of more doing, regardless of the situation. Yeah.
Of course, it says it's based on true or inspired by true events. So, what all of it was true, how much of it, I don't know, but it was sickening.
Oh yeah, it's kind of tough to say it was a good story because it's not necessarily a good story.
It's not an uplifting story.
No, it's definitely not something that's going to cheer you up at the end of the day.
No.
But very well made film, and it's just, just the ensemble cast was amazing. I never thought Mark Ruffalo could do a performance like that.
Stole it. It stole it from Batman.
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton, Batman.
And I think Michael Keaton did a good job.
Yeah, he did. What surprised me was Rachel McAdams. I adore her for her, but
Yeah.
Honestly,
it was an okay performance. It was not. It's not the performance. It was the character.
Yeah.
She didn't have to do much with the character.
No. And
So I don't necessarily blame her for. She did a great acting job.
Yeah.
But it was the character.
She didn't steal it.
No.
Like I wasn't.
You know, she's
like,
nominated.
oh,
She's nominated for supporting actress.
I don't get that.
And I don't get it either.
What about Mark Ruffalo? Really?
And I don't
Really? Should be Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
For best
for supporting actor.
For supporting actor, because he did.
Oh man, he did. He did phenomenal.
He really kept you engaged. He really showed
And his enthusiasm.
emotion.
Yeah, he wanted.
You know, it's just like, oh.
I mean, during the events, this movie happens during the events of 9/11.
Yeah.
And he's so engrossed with this story that he's uncovering with this scandal that he wants to put 9/11 on the back burner. Like he's like, we gotta do this story, gotta finish it.
Which, you know, of course, 9/11, terrible.
Oh,
but
horrible.
His
passion for it. Yeah, his passion for it
is it's terrible, and it's been happening for so long. And if they don't put it out in the light, someone will eventually, hopefully.
Yeah.
You know, it needs to be put out in the light as soon as possible, though. So I can see why he was like, no, 9/11. Let's let other people handle that.
Yeah.
We need to focus on this and stay focused and get this out in the light so we can fix this problem. And I like that. I mean,
I keep rehashing. I don't want to say it was a great story, but because it wasn't a great story, it was just written and acted and performed well, and it showed you the true colors of what was happening.
Yeah.
And how the judicial system and the church don't mix well, kind of thing.
No.
You know, it's for good reason that we have a separation of church and state, and it showed you that. You know, nothing can be swept under the rug like that. It has to be brought to a head.
There's enough sweeping under the rug in the judicial system. We don't
want
the church also doing that.
Exactly.
Nothing against the church. I mean,
nothing
against the church at all.
You know, it's just. You know, the bad eggs and there's bad eggs and everything. So
it's that 1%. 1%.
Yeah, it's the 1% that makes everything look bad. It's like the bikers.
Yeah.
People look at bikers like they're tough and scared of them. It's just the 1%. You know, it's the 1%. 1% is everything.
Get in the bike lane. There's a bike lane for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but I mean, even Liv Schreiber impressed the crap out of me. Marty, the guy who takes over the company.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen him portrayed in that kind of role.
At first, when he comes in, you're thinking that he's just this a-hole. He's gonna make cuts. He's gonna start firing people.
No, he lets them loose.
Yeah, he does the exact opposite of what I thought he was gonna do.
He's like, here.
He's like, go get this story, put it out in the light, and he would not. He didn't want them to just release that little bit of a story.
No,
he wanted to get the big story. He wanted the system.
Yeah, he wanted what was happening to stop altogether.
Yeah.
He didn't want it to, okay, well, we're going to shine a light on this one guy, and the big guys will keep doing it, you know.
He didn't want to just
we'll keep letting it happen. It's not that they were doing it.
Grocery cart shopping dent in a vehicle. No, he wanted to ram it.
Yeah, he wanted,
And he did, or they did, you know, together, all of them, which, great. Awesome.
And like I said, the ensemble of cast was spectacular. Michael Keaton, Mark Ruffalo, McAdams, and Brian James, Stanley Laucci. I don't even know. Toulouse. I don't know how to say his name. The guy, the lawyer guy. He did a great job. The lawyer that Mark Ruffalo and him, Mark Ruffalo. And he was great character.
What was he in? There's another movie.
He's in Hunger Games.
Yes. Boom, the crazy one.
The
talk show.
Yeah, the talk show guy, show host. And man, he was good. He was good too. I mean, it was. Did I enjoy Spotlight more than I enjoyed The Martian? Probably not.
No.
But it's just two different movies, you know, or
different movies.
Mad Max, you know, I loved Mad Max.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a review on it soon, and I mean, it's just two different movies.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean that I loved it any less or more, but movies like this tend to get the Oscar.
Yeah.
Movies like Mad Max and The Martian don't hardly ever.
I'm surprised Mad Max is on there. I mean, it's a great movie. I really loved it, enjoyed it, but I'm surprised it got voted in there.
I know it. if the cinematography wasn't as good and the storyline wasn't as good, and it probably didn't. I mean, it a different spin on Mad Max. It had a female lead role. If none of that happened, it wouldn't be in there. But because of those things, that's why it's in there, because of the cinematography and how it was filmed and all the stuff going on in it.
It's still mind-boggling. You know, like when your mind is in a bottle.
Mind-boggling.
You've never seen that Will Ferrell?
Will Ferrell.
Never mind.
Yeah. No, it's Will Ferrell. The only thing good,
Which man which was here?
The only thing good.
Understand?
The only thing good I ever think Will Ferrell did was Talladega Nights, but
I'm pretty sure it was in that.
The mind bottle?
Wait,
No.
it may have been in Blades of Glory.
Oh God. Oh gosh. What a horrible movie. Anyway.
Sometimes I hate you.
Back to Spotlight. I mean, the movie was. I mean, I get all the good movies I've come up here and we reviewed. I'm like, oh, it surprised me. But this movie, I mean, I can't not say the same thing. It surprised me.
I mean, I really thought that it was going to be boring. And
I did too. I thought it was going to be some documentary type.
Which I need to quit, obviously, thinking that these movies are going to be terrible and just go in there and just say,
it was an open mind,
let's
yeah.
see what happens. And
yeah, that was for sure with this one.
I saw it, to be honest. I mean, I thought it was a pretty good movie. I mean, they did well. Of course, you don't like the story, but you like how they did the story.
Yeah.
You know, and how they talked about it, how they
uncovered
all those secrets that it's just terrible.
Yeah, terrible situation, but a good portrayal. Say that, a good portrayal of a terrible story. You know, so scores for Spotlight. I guess I'll go first, and all the good things that we've said about this movie. You know, I can't really think of a bad thing to say about this movie. I mean, the pacing there was no pacing problems because it kept you intrigued. They didn't bog you down with information that you couldn't understand. I mean, you understood everything they were throwing at you for the most part.
I guess what would you consider drama? I'm assuming.
Yeah, drama.
As a drama, I can see why it's definitely picked for Best Picture. Now, granted, I'm sure there's a lot of other movies out there that I did not see.
Yeah,
but this one I did see and I really enjoyed. So.
Yeah, and I think it's a different beast than The Revenant too.
Yeah.
I think The Revenant might pull it off maybe for the sheer fact of cinematography and filming and acting. The story wasn't there hardly with The Revenant like this movie.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
But
get that Oscar, buddy.
Exactly. I think
get that Oscar.
Okay, I'll give you my score and then I'll talk about what we're gonna do predictions later. We'll do predictions later. So all in all, this movie was very surprising and it kept me intrigued through the whole thing. And I never was like, man, can this movie quit, you know, or is it going to end, you know, blah, blah, blah. Actually, the movie ended, and I was like, is there not more?
That's it?
So, what? I mean, I'm going to give this movie an 8 out of 11.
You can't give it an 8.
Well, I guess you're going to give it an 8?
I was thinking of giving it an 8. But now I can't give it an 8.
8 out of 11 for me, man. It's surprisingly good. Acting, directing.
I gotta quit letting you go first.
Storyline. Oh. So, well, what is it? Score for you, man. 8.1. Gotcha.
Can I?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want to.
No, come on. We gotta keep it at least 0.5s.
You can go whatever.
No. I don't know. I enjoyed it.
A quarter. We'll go quarters. You can do like 8 point.
No, let's keep it at halves, please.
Okay. 8.25.
I'd give it an 8.5. I mean, I can see why it is up for Best Picture because it's a great, terrible story.
It's a great, terrible story.
But they just, I don't know, seeing it, you know, from the media side of this. I don't know if Spotlight is a real thing in the Boston Globe. It is a real thing.
Mm-hmm. I think it was back then. I don't know if it's still running today, but I'm pretty sure.
But I mean, it's just like take the instance where Michael Keaton realizes that back in the day when he was in Metro, he's 5 years ahead of time. I think 20. It was 5 years, wasn't it? Anyway,
timelines.
I can't remember, but I believe it was 5 years ahead of time. All these lawyers and stuff. Well, we sent you all this stuff 5 years ago, and he realizes that he was the editor of Metro at the time, and he's the one that kind of just didn't think it
swept it under the rug.
Yeah, and now and he realized that, and it's just like, oh man, it's I don't know, it's just all that stuff.
Oh, it grips your heart for sure. The movie definitely grips your heart. So 8.5 for you, huh? Yeah.
9. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Uh-oh, he moved it.
Give it a 9.
A 9.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, that I think that puts it over for The Martian for you.
Does it?
Yeah.
But not over The Revenant. They may be the same.
Oh well.
It's
whatever you want to do.
I have terrible memory.
Oh well.
No, Spotlight was good.
Spotlight was good. Great movie.
I can see why it's nominated for Best Picture, and if what's true, what you think or what you've heard, Revenant and Spotlight seem to be
the two top runners. I
can see why.
This is how I think it's going to run down. I think the Spotlight wins for Best Picture, and then Revenant takes the sweep of everything else. As far as cinematography, acting goes.
Cinematography was amazing. Acting, yeah.
I think it wins because of the lack of story with The Revenant. I think it doesn't win Best Picture, but I think it sweeps everything else.
No,
that's my prediction.
Yeah, like I said,
not as sweet,
Spotlight is nominated for Best Picture. I can really see it, but surprises me that Mad Max is. Two totally movies.
Yeah, but that's what they need. They need more.
They need diversity.
They need diversity in the Oscars.
Was that a good word to use? I don't care.
I'm talking
diversity of genre.
Yeah, diversity of genres of movies for sure. In Best Pictures, you can't just have documentaries and independent films and dramas in Best Picture.
Yeah, that makes for a boring Oscar.
Exactly. I think though they have 10 spots they can use for Best Picture, and they only used 8 this year. They need to use 10 spots. If you can use 10, if you can use 10, we'll get to this in our Oscar show.
Yeah.
We'll get to this in our Oscar show. So that's it.
When is the Oscar show?
Hey, if you haven't seen Spotlight,
when is it?
Oh, when's the Oscar show?
When's the Oscar show?
Soon.
How soon?
Soon enough.
All
right. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching our Spotlight review, and we'll see you next time.
And there will be no hands in.
No hands here. Manwich in here.
He's creepy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry y'all have to see him. I hate him.
Later.